Hey guys, and welcome back to the Nerd Cave for a very special unboxing video today. As you can see in front of me is a package from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment. And as you can guess just by seeing the size of this, this is the Nightmare on Elm Street 4K box set. A lot of issues, a lot of concern about this box set. As everyone knows, is very limited. I was unable to pre-order it in the US, so I had to go to Zavvi, which wasn't super happy about because I did want the US version. I do like having the digital codes as a backup, or just solely out of laziness. Sometimes just wanting to watch something very quickly. It's nice to have the, or if I'm on the road, it's nice to have that as a backup. But I wanted to have the physical set. The standard edition set really wasn't doing it for me. I did like the cover. I did like the red Amaray, but at the end of the day, for $100, I'd rather have gone with what I got in front of me. So a little more expensive than the US version. I was lucky enough to get this because I think the next day it was sold out on the Zavvi site as well. Just recently, a few came back on online as available, but they were gone by like that day or if not the next day. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a sinus issue going on. So anyway, let's unbox this. I was already kind of impatient and it's really not in here. I just wanted to kind of show off the box, which as soon as it came in, well, I was tracking it. This wasn't supposed to come in. It's October 30th right now. It came in yesterday. This wasn't supposed to come until November 7th. So I'm lucky enough to get it before Halloween, so maybe I can watch part 4 in 4K. That'd be nice. But just very quickly about the packaging. This is a very sturdy box. This was in a larger post office box, but there was no packaging in between, so this was kind of jostling around, so I was a little nervous, but this is, I guess, hard enough for it to protect it. So no issues from what I can see on the set. Is very similar to this packaging I got from Zavvi when I picked up the 4K set for the original. I didn't like that the US Steelbook had this artwork. I did want the artwork that was provided on the Zavvi Steelbook, the poster art. But who would have known that this all would have come out anyway as a larger set. So let's dive in. Actually, there we go. Here's the set. Looks great. I know you've probably all seen a ton of these unboxings before, but now I get to do my own. So let me just take the plastic off and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so here is the set. Like I said, this is the Zavvi UK version, so you're going to have the stickers, the 18 stickers on the side. These are stickers, so they can come off, but this is just on the kind of J card or whatever this is called. So I don't really need to take that out. I don't think that's a big deal. We'll take a quick look at the back. You know, the big difference here, of course, would be the fact that, excuse me, there's the Blu-ray discs. Now, I didn't really need the Blu-ray discs. I have that Blu-ray set, which everyone hates on, but listen, at the end of the day, it did what it was supposed to do. It was cheap, and it got us through the last couple of years as, you know, the only high-definition option for a while, but it did what it had to do. No big deal, right? But here is the back. Includes Nightmare on Elm Street, Nightmare on Elm Street, and a Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child theatrical and uncut version. So excited for that. So this is a 7 film set, 3D glasses for a portion of Freddy's Dead, and I guess a bunch of other special features. So I will figure out how to take this out. Now there's a underneath here is all the particulars. I'm gonna have to go through that. Okay, this is very similar to that the Superman set that came out a few years back. I'm trying to be very gentle with this. Is this the only sticker? Or is there more glue in the back here? No. That's it. I would like to preserve this if I could, so I don't really want it. There we go. Come on. All right, here we go. What a pain in the butt that was. Okay, there we go. And here is the set. I'm sure, like I said, everyone has seen this before, but I don't care. So on the top, it says A Nightmare on Elm Street, 7-film collection. And here is the sweater. Here's the neck, which I guess I didn't really see very well when I was watching unboxings. I knew there was like holes, and these are embossed and debossed. Really nice. At the bottom here, the rip of the sweater. There's some embossing and debossing as well, and then the neck of the sweater. But then in the holes, you can actually see like the skin, which I don't know if I knew that watching the other unboxings. To be honest, I didn't watch too many of them because I was just annoyed that I didn't get mine yet. So, and this kind of just goes around the sides here. So really cool, really nicely done. And then there's the 7 films with the styrofoam in between, and that's in red as well. So we'll quickly go through each movie. Isn't that a great sound? Here's the first one, just very similar to the Zavvi set I have already for the first movie. But here it'll have your Blu-ray and 4K with a certificate of authenticity. I am number 9,905 of 15,000. I think the 15,000 was the total run for everything. I think worldwide. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here we go. Certificate of authenticity. This limited edition gift set features horror's most iconic villain, Freddy Krueger, in 7 of his most frightening films, with blood-curdling special features and collectible packaging. The 7-film collection celebrates a groundbreaking horror franchise in a one-of-a-kind set. Yes, one-of-a-kind, because you didn't make enough. So that's cool artwork inside. Again, I think that's just identical to what we had already. Part 2. Now this is where it gets cool, right? Just like all this artwork. I love the fact that the title isn't here, it's just the artwork. This has become a pretty big fan favorite now, Part 2. I know, why am I forgetting his name? Mark Patton, there we go. I know he's, I think he's sick right now. He's been posting a lot. I think there was some media reports in the UK that he had died, and he was like, no, I'm here. I'm still alive. I don't plan on dying. So hopefully, let's hope he gets well. But yeah, this is part. I'm not going to go open up each one. You can tell what scene that is. That looks really awesome. There's part 2. Part 3. This is where you start to get the Freddy that everyone kind of knows now. He's a little more jokey in this one. This is the real fan favorite, I think. This is up there for me. My favorite is actually the next one, for a couple reasons. One, it's just the one I've seen the most. It's the first one I think I've ever saw, and well, we'll just get into it. But there's the artwork, and here is just the 4K. There is the Blu-ray here and the 4K. Is this a thing? Was there not supposed to be? Let's investigate a little bit here. Let's take a look at this. Can we see the artwork? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it looks like you only get Blu-rays of 4 of the movies. Nightmare on Elm Street. I can't really tell. 1, 2, 3. There's only 4 discs there. Interesting. Does it say that anywhere? 7 film includes Nightmare on Elm Street, theatrical uncut versions. Huh. I don't know if I knew that. Let me know in the comments if everyone else was aware of that except for me. That seems kind of weird. Again, I don't need it, so I don't care. I'm not going to worry about putting this in my region-free player. The 4Ks, I don't need to, but the Blu-rays, I was never going to do that. Part 4, I mean, I think this is the best artwork, number 1. Number 2, this is just my favorite one of all time. I've watched it the most. This is your MTV, you know, for good or for bad, this is your MTV Freddy Krueger. This is kind of the pinnacle. I think this one made the most. Rennie Harlan was the director. Just really, really well done. My favorite actually is I have a making of this movie on VHS that I used to watch all the time before I even owned the movie. Oh, that's great. And there you do have the 4K and the Blu-ray. Again, weird. I'm going to have to look at that because I don't think I ever knew that some of them didn't come with the Blu-rays. This one, I can tell right now, it doesn't. And also, you can see this is part 5, and it has the scratches right there, which is kind of cool. I mean, that's great artwork. All the classic artwork for Friday the 13th was so... I mean, Friday the 13th. Ugh, Freudian slip. That is my favorite franchise. For Nightmare on Elm Street. I really hope I haven't... No, there's no way I've been saying that the entire video, right? Well, if I have, then pretend I'm saying Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street has just the most amazing artwork, post artwork around. And I think it was kind of silly that they just hadn't been utilized in some other kind of home entertainment releases. So yeah, this just has the 4K. And here is Freddy's Dead, Final Nightmare. This has been on AMC. I've been watching like just AMC on repeat during the Halloween season. Just, you know, they're playing in horror all the time, so just on repeat. And I've watched Freddy's Dead a couple times through that channel. Here's your 3D glasses, really cool. There's your Blu-ray and your 4K. And then finally, here is your New Nightmare. The only one, other than Freddy vs. Jason, that I saw in the theater. And that only is 4K. I'm wondering if that's a rights thing, which I don't know if that makes sense. Here we go. And there, well, there we go. Here are all the movies. Here's the box. Nice styrofoam inside. And let's put it all back together. All right, guys. So here is my Nightmare on Elm Street 7-film collection Steelbook set from Zavvi. Let me know in the comments below. Were you able to pick it up in the U.S.? If so, you're lucky. Good for you. I hate you. Or if you were able to pick it up from Zavvi, or if you just went with the regular Amaray standard edition set. I'm going to keep an eye on that set. I am crazy. And, you know, I go on and on about, you know, double dipping for the right reasons. And I've been trying to stop myself from double dipping. However, I think it makes sense for me, just because I really want the digital copies as well, that if that set, you know, in the next year or so, you know, you come Black Friday, obviously not this Black Friday because it's kind of a newer set, but maybe next year, or maybe on an Amazon Prime Day, whatever it is, perhaps the price will come down. So if I see it come down sub 100, like sub 75, 60, anything under 50 is a no-brainer. I don't know if it'll ever go down that low. But there's no reason for me to run out and get it. But if I see that price, get down low enough that I'm comfortable getting it just for the digital copies, because those digital copies, you figure 4K digital copies are probably going for $20 each anyway. I would think 15. I don't know. I haven't looked online yet to see what that's going for, and it may just be good to have a backup 4K set to go to without having to always take these out. So again, I know I'm kind of breaking my own rules now, but rules are meant to be broken, I guess, and there's some caveats, and I think that's one of them. So anyway, thanks for joining in. Again, let me know which version of this you got. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, see you guys in the Nerd Cave.